Greetings everybody, welcome to the Red Pill. We've got almost 100 subscribers in exactly 2 weeks. Now that is incredible. So why have we grown so quickly? Because there's the truth in the Red Pill. Because men are realizing that the sexual marketplace has shifted away from what we have been taught. Men who grew up over 30 years ago are discovering the world has changed. And men who are still growing up from the 80s, 90s, and even the last decade, they're starting to realize that what their parents taught them, what television and chick flicks taught them, what church and Sunday school taught them, it's all wrong. Our culture has become a feminist culture. A president cannot be elected today without succumbing to the feminist narrative and paying them the tribute. How many times has Obama given credit for his manhood to his wife, huh? How many times has the debate hinged on women's pay gap, which is a myth that gets lip service because if you don't, you're a misogynist. I'm not here to parade the concepts of men's right, nor am I here to discuss self-improvement tips that subreddit seduction now purports are to make you a better man, not to get laid you more often. I'm here to say, for better or for worse, the frame around public discourse is a feminist frame, and we have lost our identity because of it. But this isn't the end of the world. The world is changing, but men are still part of it. We just need to make sure we're changing with it, okay? It's too easy to blame feminism for our troubles. Men, our happiness is our responsibility. Culture has always shifted, it's dynamic and fluid. It has never and will never stay still. Feminism was inevitable if you think about it. Equal rights are something I strongly am in support of, for men and for women. Women have the right to pursue happiness and nobody should tell them otherwise. Maximizing happiness is the goal of every living creature on this planet. Men, we need to recognize that since women are rightfully seeking out happiness, evolutionary psychology is more relevant today than ever in the past century, and possibly longer. We no longer run the show, boys. And I, for one, don't disagree that marriage had to change if we were to see the equal rights. But now it's time to get serious and realize that our strategy needs to change. Feminism is a sexual strategy. It puts women in the best position they can find to select mates, to determine when they want to switch mates, to locate the best DNA possible, and to garner the most resources they can individually achieve. Now, the red pill is men's sexual strategy. Reality is happening and we need to make sure that we adjust our strategy accordingly. Hence, welcome to the red pill. It's a difficult pill to swallow, understanding that everything you were taught, everything you were led to believe is a lie. But once you learn it, internalize it, and start living your new life, it gets better. As an introduction to the topic, I want to outline what our focus is here at the Red Pill. First of all, it's about mastering the game. Game is an important portion of a sexual strategy. A lot of you probably came here from the subreddit seduction and are probably wondering why we would need a new subreddit if one dedicated to game already exists. The reason is simple. Game is a facet of the Red Pill's sexual strategy. Determining good game is impossible to do so without first understanding the context given by the Red Pill's framework. Something I keep seeing over on the seduction subreddit is a problem taking over most relationship and sex forums. The desire to feminize the discussion, basically making it sound politically correct if read by a female, okay? Yes, game got a bad reputation from girls who demonize manipulation. This is because game is an effective strategy against their own sexual strategy. I believe women's opposition to game can be attributed to the unconscious factors in women's sexual strategy. When women started becoming vocal about their opposition to game, that's when men decided it would be necessary to make game more politically correct. Oh, we're not here to manipulate women to have sex with us, we're here to become better men. And thus, the female imperative took over the game. When men think they must define their own sexual strategy in a way that best delivers results to the female sexual strategy, you know your own strategy will suffer. As an example, in a game of chess, Do I politely not take out the opposition's queen in hopes not to offend or win the game? Second, defining the strategy. Because of the necessity to have good game, we must define what good game is. A large portion of red pill discussion revolves around evolutionary psychology. Understanding the facets of this psychology are key to developing a good sexual strategy. Because this strategy is useful not only in gaining the attention of the opposite sex, but continuing relationships, having children, and maximizing your own happiness throughout life, I'm going to argue that defining the strategy outside of just good game is an important facet of red pill discussion. And 3, acknowledging reality. Finally, I think our focus should always remain on ensuring that we challenge the reality we perceive and discuss precisely and objectively whether or not our beliefs line up with the testable results we can replicate. I am a firm believer that potential success can only be maximized by maximizing your knowledge of the factors surrounding your success. Keeping your eyes closed and ignoring evidence and facts will not benefit you. Opening your eyes and acknowledging everything, no matter how good, bad, or painful it may seem, is an instrumental in making decisions that will lead to the happiest, most successful outcomes.